Today is 708 day that I'm here to share lessons I learn. I'm learning. I hope this will support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today I speak about support. For support in family. It's very, very important that we understand that family is a unit that we're supposed to seek support and give support, take support and give support. And do we have enough support in our families? And have we ever thought about that family unit is the place to support each other? Because I know that the different cultures have different emotions about how we're supposed to conduct family unit, but I'm a true believer that every family unit is supposed to give support to each other. So today we'll share 10 things that every single family is supposed to have in place to really support each other in the highest level. So let's get started. So first one is emotional support. That means we need to really share and allow other people to share their feelings and be heard, understood. It's very important to give that emotional support when you're able to listen to them and really you allow that person to give support. Because a lot of times the most important part is really allowing other people to feel the emotion they want to feel. Number 2 is encouragement. Encouragement. That means that I love the saying that I learned from John C. Maxwell is that he asked his dad, what do you think that who needs encouragement? And he said that if a person is breathing, that means this person needs encouragement. If a person is breathing, needs encouragement, that means that every single person in your family needs encouragement. Every single person. So that means that what you're able to do to encourage, affirm their skills, affirm the things that they do, because a lot of times people do not believe themselves. So we need to encourage them and need to push them forward, because if they not believe themselves, who else will believe them if not the family units? And of course, I know that sometimes families are the worst, and strangers are people who really affirm and encourage other people to pursue the things. I think a lot of times is one of the biggest things is that strangers do not have the picture of you, and they are able to see you, the better picture of you. While family have been with you for so long, they are not able to see a better version of you, and they always see you as you now, and they potentially think that this is exactly who you are and you will always be this way. No, encouragement a lot of times is about changing, improving, and a lot of times change is difficult for every single of us, and people don't want to change in other people and in ourselves. But encouragement is one of the highest levels of support. Number 3 is active listening. This is very, very important support. People don't need advice. People don't need to say what you need to do. Most people know exactly what they need to do. They just need to speak out loud, to think while they're speaking. When you're able to be active listening, hear what they're saying, ask deeper questions, allow them to really figure out exactly what they want to do by themselves. This is one of the highest levels of support, because you didn't say anything, you just asked a few questions. And you allow that person to figure out exactly what they want to do. So it means when someone comes and complains and share the problem, you don't jump in right away and say, this is what you need to do. No, you just ask questions, allow them to do. Now, of course, if a person comes to exactly the same problem for 10 times in a row, maybe you start able to be a little bit more skeptical. But other than that, when the first time people share that problem, we always need to ask questions that they could figure out exactly what they need to do. Number 4 is practical assistance. Practical assistance. That means that if someone has a problem, maybe you're able to jump in a little bit and support just for a bit. What are able to practically, day to day, you're able to help support their growth, their activities that they are struggling now, or maybe they're pursuing something much, much higher, and maybe you're able to uplift them in some ways. And what you're able to do on a daily basis to help, or maybe on a weekly basis or monthly basis to support your family member. Number 5 is financial support. Financial support means that, of course, I sometimes even think that there's not supposed to be loans in family. It's supposed to you just give money because you have a little bit more now. But sometimes I know that if you're not able to do so because of your financial situation, maybe you're able to borrow money for a bit. It complicates things all the time, and I'm not too keen on really borrowing money in the family members as much as I can. But of course, sometimes it's very beneficial to just give as much as you can, and that's it. And a person maybe will be able to borrow from other places that they could cover all other parts. So like what you're able to give to your family, what use of financial support you give today, that will not hurt you, that if they will not be able to come bring it back. So if you say that I want to borrow that money, I want to give, to loan that money, that means that think in your mind, if they will be able to bring it back, that's okay. If they not bring it back, that's okay as well. Because a lot of times people have weird connection or weird interactions when a person is not able to bring it back. Number 6 is problem solving together. So a person in a family, one is has a problem. So what we're able to do, we're able to come all together as a family unit and solve the problem and ask like what you already figured out. Let's jump in as a family unit, and the 4 of us, 5 or 6 of us, and figure out together what you potentially could do. So it means when 6 of us focus on one problem, then the other person will have a problem. Again, 6 of us will jump on, or 5 of us, or 4, or 3, even 3 of us jump on that one problem. That means every single person who has a problem, we need to jump as a family unit to solve the problem. Not on minor problems, but like some major problems, we able to solve as a family rather than on your own. Number 7 is celebrate achievements. Celebrate achievements. That means we need to celebrate achievements of every single family unit. It could be related to our relationship. It could be related to day out at work. It doesn't matter what achievements. Maybe building character, getting more confidence. Like every small thing. That means that we always need to ask, okay, what our family values are. And when someone else did something in regards of values to really elevate the life by the values, we need to celebrate that. Now, I know that a lot of times people have a tendency to struggle to celebrate achievements. So what we need to do as a family, celebrate some other family unit, some other family member achievements, that you could see that how much they have achieved, how much they have moved forward. Because we don't see a lot of times how much we move forward. We just see all the goal that we have ourselves. Because it seems that goal always moving, and we never get closer to the goal. You know that we move so much. So that means when you celebrate achievements for your family member, you're able to show and encourage, and at the same time really show that how much they have achieved. And because of that, they will have more energy to pursue even bigger goals. Number 8 is respect individual choices. Respect individual choices. This is very, very powerful. I think that even me, I have struggled with that, because I used to think that my way is a highway, and if it's my way a highway, so that other people supposed to think the same way I think. And I used to think that my way is a good way. A lot of times my way is not good way. And a lot of times your way is not good way either. When you realize that you might be at fault, you start to understand that you want to respect other people's choices. If they want this way, okay. Of course, you can share that do you understand where that could potentially lead, and ask questions, but not just to change your mind, but to understand why they chose this way, why they chose. When you understand exactly, you might see that maybe that's the best choice, the way how they told. And if you really try to understand, they will not defend their situation. They will share why they chose it. And if you will see that maybe this other way is better, they will change their mind. But if you will want to change their mind, they will defend their position for good. Now, number 9 is constructive feedback. Constructive feedback. That means that we need to understand that family unit is for growth. Family unit is for growth. So if you want to grow as a family, we want to give constructive feedback. And how often do we get feedback from other people? But it's very important, constructive. Again, that means that we need to ask ourselves, how is helpful this feedback? Because if it's not helpful, maybe it's better not to share it. Because every single information needs to be valuable. So that means we don't want to be critical, but we need to just be helpful. So what kind of feedback could be helpful? What feedback could allow them to take action on? Because if you're critical just to be critical, that is not helpful. But if you're able to give feedback that they are able to implement today, right now, that is a good feedback. Because people sometimes say, oh, this is not working, this is not good. But what is good? Never complain about things that you do not know any better. Because it's very easy to complain, to say what's not working, but do you know what works? And until you know, you never share what's not working. Number 10 is unconditional love. And I think that this is the most important thing. Unconditional love. When people in the family know that they are unconditionally loved, they will pursue everything. They know that they have safety net to fall back onto. I always have seen so many successful people have a safety net, and that safety net is built on unconditional love. I'm a huge believer on unconditional love. That means that people go through setbacks, disappointments, they ruin their brand, ruin everything. But their family loves them unconditionally because they know who they are in a character, in a being. And that is a very, very powerful. I know that my mom, my brother, is my unconditional love. They have expressed how unconditional love me. And I know that no matter what I pursue, they will always be there. No matter what. And that encouraged me to pursue things, that I feel uncomfortable doing. I know that it doesn't matter how fearful I am, but I will be able to go after it, fail, make mistakes, come back to family, and I will be encouraged again. And that's very powerful. And be to somebody else, that person who is safety net, encourage someone to jump, to allow them to jump, even though that seems so far away to jump. It's so powerful. I truly believe that one of the most important support things in life is unconditional love. Because only unconditional love pushes people so far that people could never imagine achieving without it. Of course, there's a lot of other things, but unconditional love is a very, very powerful tool to really support your family. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.